So proceeding with the details, I put those decals on the dashboard there. The red on the back on those reflectors and taillights. Painted that gray, that gold. Did some of this, what is this, red-brown on the wood to try to darken that just a little bit. Did a little more painting, detail painting on this engine piece. In a way, I'm glad this broke off because I was able to put the Molitor in the middle there, let that dry overnight, and now I came back and just touched up around the edges with the olive drab. So the very last thing I'll do is put that back on. I'm finishing up details here, so I am taking the black and I watered it down and then touched some into the dials there. Kind of treating those like, you know, any other dials on any other dashboard. I actually wish I would have thought ahead and done it before, but anyway. My understanding of those are like, before VIN numbers, they would, you know, have these stampings and put them on there to keep track of all the data of the particular Jeep and things of that nature. Put the decals on these. These are now dry and ready to go. So I think I have kind of all these different groups, sub-assemblies ready to go. Last step on these dials, I diluted some of the microcrystal clear and just touched a drop into each one of those. So I did the body and the body parts in the green wash. Then I came back to the seats and made a khaki wash again and kind of went over there because I thought they looked a little too green. And then I did everything in the satin. So now I am going to put everything together. And before we go too much further, I've got a mail call. We've got some more Christmas cards. The first one is from Rick Turk, and I just absolutely love this card and love his cards and love any card with Santa, building models, or anything to do with airplanes and models. He sent one last year. Let's see if I can show it. And I am going to put this one up next to that one with all the other shop cards and take mine down. Just an awesome card and from an awesome modeler. If you haven't been over to Down the Throat Models, definitely go check it out. Rick's a great guy. Got another Christmas card from my good friend David Chin, and what an awesome card. Homemade with a drawing there. As you may know, David helped me out with my M1 Abrams build by helping me scratch build the crosswind sensor there on the back. So he drew a picture of it and calls it JJK's M1. And it's carrying some packages there, some Christmas presents, and a tree up on top. Just an awesome card. Thank you so much, David. And then we have a shop card from Vinny over at Captain Cuz. If you haven't checked out Vinny's channel, definitely go check it out. So he was into scale railroads, you know, for 30 years and then started building ships and more recently has kind of branched out into a little bit of everything. Great channel, great guy. Definitely go check out his channel. Definitely. And another Christmas mail haul, this one from Kurt over at KH Model Works. Thank you so much, Kurt, for the kind words inside. Awesome card. The cardinal just so happens to be the Illinois state bird. Kurt's an awesome modeler. If you haven't been over to KH Model Works, definitely go check them out. And thank you so much for the card, Kurt. So I have the seats in, I have the chassis connected to the body, and so the engine is coming up through there. Now you have to place these other engine parts on here, and as I do so, if you notice, there's this thing here and it's just kind of floating out there and it doesn't really make any sense. It shows it as all one piece, but I don't think it's supposed to be. I think those two need to be separated, and then this piece needs to be like attached to the side there. And I believe these two things, you know, protrusions up are actually brackets to hold whatever that thing is. Because that just doesn't make any sense. And every single thing on this kit fits perfectly. So that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So I'm going to separate this from that and attach that to the side. All right, so yeah, that just makes a lot more sense to me. That looks correct. And I put the gun on. Oh, the wheels are just dry fit. So it's coming together. Put the wheel on the back, spare. That hood is just resting on there. Okay, I attached this cylinder. That gun is just resting there, but I like that there. The pack is just resting in the back, but I kind of like that there. They, like I said, in the instructions, and I've seen it even in other people who have done it, they put it under the front seat, and I'm like, what is the point of doing it and having it if you're just going to hide it? So I like it sitting back there. Finishing up on those windows. So I put the windows in with the micro crystal clear, and you can see that still drying over here, but that'll dry clear. Okay, here it is fully constructed except for that side view mirror and the front bar. That steering wheel is just dry fit on there, waiting for the figure, and again his arm is sticky tacked on there. You know, I'm super happy with the way this has come out. I guess I will, you know, just give it a wash now. Okay, so I have used the Panaline accent color and pin washed everything all the way around, top and bottom. You know, tried to just get it into the nooks and crannies to make everything pop out a little bit. So now I can finally do the pigments up in the wheel wells and on the wheels. Ready to start putting some mud on here, and I'm pretty much using the same things I used on the tank if you saw the M1 Abrams tank video. So I basically went two of these to one of those. And then again, this wash for DAC vehicles, which is basically like a dark brown. My daughter made this in ceramics class, and she was going to toss it out. I'm like, do not throw that away, because I thought about things like this where it'll stop stuff from tipping over. There's the wheel wells. Now I'll kind of work around the outside. I'm also going to use this green wash. This dark wash is actually staining it a little too dark. So I'm going to use some of this, especially up higher on the body. That's pretty much as far as I want to go. You know, just muddy it up, and it'll look like it's, you know, been going through the mud for a while. The Jeep, I think, is now complete, except for the figure and that side view mirror, because I'm sure I would knock it off when I go to put that guy in. But for now, the Jeep itself is complete, I believe. So yeah, I got the mud and stuff up in those wheel wells, you know, a little bit along the bottom, and pretty happy with the way that came out. And there we go with the windshield up. Just really cool. Thanks again to Jared. What an awesome model. I've got the completed Jeep sitting up here on the shelf, and I still have to put that mirror on. Next, I'm going to be doing these figures, but it's Sunday afternoon already, and I really want to get this video out for the card shout outs. So I think I'll end this video here and just give you a tease of what's coming up next. I'm going to get those figures done and learn about this wet palette and what that's all about. So until next time, thanks for watching, happy modeling, and if I don't see you before then, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.